The Kingdom of Solomon. Prophet Solomon, Süleyman, was and still is considered one of the most powerful kings in history. He was the son of Prophet Dawood, and he established a vast and extraordinary kingdom by the will of Allah. Solomon asked Allah for wisdom, knowledge, and wealth that no one had ever received before him. God, the one who controls all things, accepted his request and granted him what he asked for. Among his many blessings, Solomon was given the ability to understand the language of birds. Under his command were massive armies made up of humans, animals, jinn, and even demons, all obedient to his will. قال الله عز وجل: وورث سليمان داود وقال يا أيها الناس علمنا منطق الطير وأوتينا من كل شيء إن هذا لهو الفضل المبين. Solomon and the horses. Solomon had a deep love for horses, especially those called safinat, swift and strong horses. One day, he became so absorbed in admiring their beauty and power that he lost track of time and missed his prayer. Realizing this, and in his deep repentance and devotion to Allah, he chose to sacrifice those horses for the sake of Allah and distributed their meat to the poor and needy. قال الله عز وجل: إذا عرض عليه بالعشي الصافنات الجياد فقال إني أحببت حب الخير عن ذكر ربي حتى توارت بالحجاب ردوها علي فطفق مسحا بالسوق والأعناق. The Hobo and the Queen Balqis. One day, Solomon noticed that his favorite bird, the hobo Hudhud, was missing. He declared, I will punish him severely or even kill him unless he brings me a valid excuse. After some time, the hobo returned and reported incredible news. I have discovered a magnificent kingdom ruled by a woman. However, they worship the sun instead of Allah. This queen was Balqis. Solomon sent her a letter inviting her to submit to the worship of Allah, the one true God. Balqis consulted her ministers and eventually decided to send Solomon a valuable gift. However, Solomon rejected it, saying that what Allah had given him was far greater than any worldly gift. Curious and convinced by the message, Queen Balqis visited Solomon. He had prepared a grand palace with a floor made of clear glass, built above water, so visitors could see fish swimming beneath their feet. When she saw her own throne brought and placed in Solomon's palace, transported in the blink of an eye by the jinn. She was astonished, witnessing these miracles and the power of Solomon. She submitted to the will of Allah and embraced the true faith. The miracles of Solomon. At one point, Allah tested Solomon by placing a lifeless body on his throne, possibly to test his patience and humility. Solomon passed the test and prayed again for wisdom and the blessed kingdom. Allah answered his prayer, granting him control over the wind, which could carry him anywhere swiftly. He was also given the ability to command jinn and demons who built great palaces, towers, statues, massive reservoirs, and cauldrons for him. Despite Solomon represented light, justice, he had control over dark forces too. But only by the will of Allah. But only by the will of the Lord. The death of Solomon. Solomon died while he was standing in prayer, leaning on his staff inside a closed mosque. Because he remained standing, everyone thought he was still alive and praying. Even the jinn, who were still working for him, didn't realize he had died. Only after small insects gnawed through his staff, causing him to fall, they understand that he had passed away. This revealed an important truth. If they, the jinn, had known the unseen, al-ghaib, they would not have remained in the humiliating torments. قال الله تعالى: فلما قضينا عليه الموت ما دلهم على موته إلا دابة الأرض تأكل من سأته فلما خر تبينت الجن أن لو كانوا يعلمون الغيب ما لبثوا في العذاب المهين. صدق الله العظيم.